Welcome to Go for the Pin with your boys first. I am that leg slap professor.
King V, aka Selena Kyle O'Reilly, aka Ludacris son Eric, aka Jordan Grace Jones.
It's DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night.
Okay, that's not how you do it. Okay. If it's live, that means we meant to fucking do it.
I don't give a
Well, live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 214. With your boys first. I am the leg slap professor, Mikey Q, that lead commentator, and I am joined to my right by.
in your area, second week of January, your boy DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night, BKA. What you gonna boo, brother? And we
Yeah, well, that doesn't work for me, brother. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Raw on Netflix happened this past Monday, but we will definitely get to that. Shout out to King V. Again, he is not here, as you can see, but I'm sure he's watching. And we love you, V. We miss you. Wherever you are. I have a feeling he might be lost somewhere. You know, Abe Khan did mention that, you know, he does get bad service over in, what did he say, Nova Scotia or one of those places. So maybe V took one of his many trips to Nova Scotia and he's lost somewhere over there. I don't know.
He's on location.
Yeah, he's on location already.
Somewhere over the ring. Oh, never mind.
Make sure he doesn't run into Judy Winslow or anything.
Okay, all right.
All right. Okay. But anyway. Speaking of some of our childhood stars, I guess you can say, Netflix had a lot of our stars, but we'll get there. We will get there.
Topanga.
Oh, Topanga. All right, but anyway, we love you, V. We know, you know, we're just having fun here. But you know what? We have a lot to get to, Knuckles. Let's just get right into it. SmackDown first, and then we'll just go from there. So SmackDown opened with Cody Rhodes, and it led into a altercation with Kevin Owens after Drew McIntyre interrupted him. Say again, Knuckles?
It's per usual.
Per usual, yeah. You know, McIntyre needs something to be upset about. And
we're definitely gonna go ahead.
You know, he basically told Cody, you know, he's trying to help him. He came out there, he hugged him, and he said, "Look, I come in peace. I'm trying to help you." What'd you say, Knuckles?
Get your hands off me, sucker. What you kind of hugging me for?
We ain't cool like that. Don't touch me.
Fall back.
Full bag.
He was tight too. You saw his face, like
yeah. And Cody being a smart babyface, which we don't see a lot. Cody being a smart babyface knew that this was all a ruse. You know, Drew was trying to pull a wool over his eye. It was all a facade, even.
Facade?
Yeah, it was all a facade. And Cody saw through it. But basically, Drew told him to watch his back, and Kevin Owens came out there and he attacked Cody. He hit him in the neck, and that was pretty much the opening segment there. What'd you think of that, Knuckles? How do you feel about this Kevin Cody story? It also is leading to a ladder match at the Royal Rumble for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Yes. I mean, I can appreciate it. Like, legitimately, it seems like every story that Kevin Owens has been put in as a heel, he just does amazing work. He just knows the assignment. and he just follows through on it every time. Like, this is really good stuff.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people were thinking Cody would get stale after the whole bloodline and finishing the story thing, and it kind of feels like Cody's getting a refreshing it's like a refresher course with this new Kevin Owens story. Like, both of them are like they're going really hard with the story, and I love the fact that they've inserted the winged eagle,
Yeah.
the whole belt thing. I
The championship. Yes.
love that. It's belt, but yeah, go on WWE. I'm not doing this with you today. If you go on WWE shop, it says championship belt, and that's the official WWE website for all things merchandise. Thank you.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But yeah, I mean, I like it. Their promos have truth in it. You know, it's very in depth truth, and it scales back years.
Yeah,
like literally years. Kevin Owens going back to when Roman and the entire original bloodline was just, they cost him a lot. The whole handcuff botch thing. If you don't know, if you know, you know. But it's just a lot of. I like it. I like it a lot. It looks good for Cody. It looks good for Kevin. And this should be a really good match at the Rumble. Really good.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, come on. It's Owens in a ladder match. It's gonna be good. Yes. Owens and El Generico back in the Ring of Honor days. I actually saw a clip earlier today.
And that El Generico guy, he looks
really familiar. But
yes.
I know who you're thinking of. I know you think he looks like Sami Zayn. He looks like Sami Zayn. But that would make sense since he trained Sami Zayn. That was his mentor. So that would make sense, You know
what? You're right. You're absolutely.
They're not the same guy, of course. Come on, right?
I look like a short person. Hold on, let me move this camera. So that was vertically challenged, and okay, there we go. That's a little bit.
but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, El Generico passed away in a house fire, saving orphans, a few years back. So man. El Generico is no longer with us, but Sami Zayn, his mentee, continues to do great things with the bloodline.
Butterfly Knife says El Generico and Sami Zayn are related. I can see that.
Yeah, Butterfly Knife. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go back to that first one.
Oh yeah, I will. Definitely will. Okay.
Only Zeus 13. Hey man, I was just asking if you need a video editor to edit your live stream podcast and turn it into content that could be posted on social media. Thanks. I don't think we're going to answer that now. Shoot us an email and then we'll talk about it. And if you do have like actual clips and stuff that you've done before, feel free to send
maybe a highlight reel or something.
Yeah, like a highlight reel type thing, and the three of us will definitely talk about it. But yeah, well, appreciate you watching anyway and commenting.
Yes, appreciate that for real. And we'll be in contact.
Yeah.
All right, Brett Savage.
Brett Savage.
I was so happy. I was so happy Hulk Hogan got booed out of the building, as were we. But we will get there. We will get there.
I appreciate you watching, Brett.
Definitely. All right. So yeah, SmackDown. Good opener. Big, strong opener for SmackDown. Following that, we had Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Andrade. This was a non-title match. It was a good match between these two. I know they had a match back in November, I believe. I think Nakamura got the win there. So Brett Savage says, what's the Twitch page? That is a great question. I should know that off the top of my head.
Private chat time. Our producer, who is off camera right now, can send that to our private chat and we will relay it to you, Brett.
Yeah. Shout out to our producer. One of our producers. We have many producers, but shout out to one of our leading producer.
Executive producer, if you will.
Oh, look at that. Executive producer. Okay. So Butterfly Knife says Shinsuke should be defending. How do you feel about that, Knuckles?
Defending what? The United States?
Yeah, correct.
Is he referring to the Royal Rumble?
Can you clarify that?
I think he's
comment?
No, he's facing LA
night
tomorrow, right?
On SmackDown, yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, Butterfly Knife does make a point, and I think I referenced this before he took his hiatus the first time. They weren't doing anything with him in that first title reign. So if he does come out with more title defenses and more matches and stuff, that would definitely be a 180 turn. Defending his title a little more. Well, he's only had it 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, didn't he win at Survivor Series? Yeah, he beat LA Knight at War Games. Not in the War Games match, but at the War Games pay-per-view.
That was like November. That was a month.
November. Okay. Been about a month and a half. I mean, not crazy long. But
okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if anybody else pays attention, but the United States title doesn't get as much glossing over or credibility as the Intercontinental title. So, and speaking of which, that title hasn't been seen on TV in ages. I don't know what Braun is doing, but I think that's why Shinsuke hasn't defended it yet, because I think, I think their minds and their attention and their writing, their writing points are on so many other things, and that's not a good thing. But I'm just saying,
3 defenses since then could have been done. Yeah, I mean, well, LA Knight's getting his rematch. He's probably gonna beat LA Knight again. And they they all need to defend it a little more. I just think that for one, right? I don't think you need title defenses all the time. I think that it lessens what a title defense means if they're defending it all the time. I know that in the past we've had United States Open challenges. Cena made it popular. But I think that sometimes it's better to just have your champion win non-title matches. That way it does make them look credible, because too many times the WWE style of booking was the champions would lose non-title matches all the time and then somehow win the title match.
Right.
There's a disconnect there. So I think you need to have your champions win non-title matches more often so that the title defenses do mean more. But I see your point about the titles being defended more. Could they? Yeah, sure. I'm sure they're defending them on non-televised events and things like that. But I know you mean on TV. It could. They could stand to do it a little bit more, but I don't want to overdo it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, perfectly good sense.
So you mentioned LA Knight. He came out after, tried to give Shinsuke the BTF.
BFT?
BFT, yeah. Whoa, what's the BTF? Well, hit the button, Knuckles. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what the BTF is.
Hey, watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
It is, right? Oh, man. It's a bunch of ice outside, too, so just be careful. That black ice will get to you. But
why you gotta be black?
I'm not doing this with you tonight. I'm really not.
For the culture.
for the culture. All right. Yeah, I thought this match was good, and it was a good post match. I don't have too much to say more about that.
I got you.
Huh?
Oh, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Okay, so Michin defeated Piper Niven. And that is how you say her name. Just make sure y'all say it correctly. Good win for Michin or Mia. It sets up a match for Chelsea Green's United States Championship. So no problem there. Do you think Piper deserves more? Because she's kind of like a glorified enhancement talent if you look at it. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but that's how they're presenting her. I don't think that that's where her talent level is. I think she's incredibly talented, but I think how they're booking her is she's being presented as a enhancement talent for Chelsea Green, basically her bump girl, if you will.
I said it last week. Here's the catch-22. Piper Niven obviously can stand alone because, like you said, she's very talented and she can go in the ring.
Yeah.
However, come a space care of King V.
Yep.
Piper and Chelsea's chemistry on camera is second to none. They gel, they match up together very, very well.
It works.
It's very entertaining. So it's kind of like you can't win for losing. You put them together and you're gonna have people unhappy because Piper Niven's not getting chances, like she said. And then you break them up and you send Piper on a singles run. And they say, "Oh, well, you should have kept them together." So it's not like it's like you can't win in this situation right here. So, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Ray's in the building. He says your real world champion is here. Okay, Ray. Wow, did Hogan walk into the? Is that Ray or Hulk Hogan? All right. Same reaction.
One in the same.
Yeah. Same reaction. I'm just playing, Ray. I'm just playing, Ray. I'm just playing.
Nothing like that guy.
Yo, real tears. They've been Butterfly Knife says they've been focusing on Cody, Kevin, the Bloodline story, Drew, Uso, Seth Punk. Hopefully they finished a couple of them. I think that Cody, Kevin is facing each other for the title at the Royal Rumble. Yes. I don't think we're done with this Bloodline story at all. They might be done with Roman Solo Sikoa, and we'll get there. They're probably done with that, but I don't think that this Bloodline story is over at all. But we'll get there when we talk about Raw on Netflix. Drew Jay should be done. I mean, even though Drew's gonna be mad because Jay got a fluke win over him. Again, we're kind of talking about Raw already. But Drew's gonna complain because that's what Drew does. So I don't think that
we'll get there. I got things to say.
Okay. All right. Piper pimping is crazy. I'm incredibly talented, but I'm not on WWE programming. Okay. Ray says the Bloodline story is over.
Cash. Sorry.
I respectfully disagree. Ray, I do not think the Bloodline story is over.
Not even close.
By a long shot. I know what you meant. Yeah.
I'm not reaching up my long shot.
Oh man. Okay, so our producer tells us that the Twitch page is twitch.tv /go_4_the_pin. So anybody that would like to follow us on Twitch or watch the show on Twitch, please be our guest.
I think somebody was watching from Twitch. Only Zeus 13 was watching from Twitch.
Shout out to Only Zeus 13. When isn't Drew mad? Him always angry. Yeah, I know.
Him always angry.
But it's on point. We'll get there. We'll get to Drew. All right, we just got to finish up SmackDown, guys. So, Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman had an in-ring. Basically, this was Solo telling Paul that he would hold the Ula Fala for Solo and Roman while they wrestled to see who would win the Ula Fala and be their only tribal chief. Who is your producer? We have many producers, right? That would take all night. Ray says he needs a producer. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm sorry. For those that know, Ray is a dear friend, so I'm just having some Fun
Good
has
God Almighty, was that a shot? Jeez.
The Uwa Fala is crazy. Uwa Fula? The Uwa Fula is crazy.
Fula?
Well, I was calling it the Uma Fala for the longest too, and my girl had to correct me. Shout out to my
Not
baby.
even close.
But yeah, she's like Ula Fala. I'm like the Uma Fala. That's what I said. But anyway,
Fala.
yes, I know it's an Ula Fala now, but yeah.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, sis. Get him right.
I thought this segment was good with Solo and Paul. I watched this segment because I watched SmackDown like after it aired. I watched it in segments actually. And after I saw this, I had hit our group chat, Knuckles, and I said, I think Solo's gonna win now, right? Just based off of this promo. But then I watched the rest of SmackDown. We'll get there. But I'm like, yeah, no, Solo's not winning. But if they would have just ended it with this segment, I would have said,
This segment should have been last.
Yeah.
This one and another one.
Because think about it. Like, that would make people think, what if they do something off the wall here and actually have Solo go over?
Man, listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. I was talking, but I'll let you go ahead and finish before I say.
No, I made my point.
So I was talking to King V. We were texting back and forth while the show was going on, and I'm like, "Oh God, Paul is gonna turn. That's the favor from Punk. That's the favor for him to leave Roman and come with him for this run through the Royal Rumble and to WrestleMania, this, that, and the other. Because why else would you insert Paul Heyman into the match just to sit there and hold the Ula Fala? Like, there's so many other people you could have. I mean, he could have had The Rock sit there and hold it, but nobody wanted to see him.
I did.
But we know that.
I'm a Rock fan, pal.
Yeah. Your money mark.
Sure am.
But no, like, he literally came out there and said that, and then Paul Heyman just walked away, had nothing to say. I'm like, oh, he's turning.
Yeah,
like, he is turning on Roman, and he is gonna go to Punk. He's not gonna join up with Solo. He's gonna go to Punk. I thought for sure, I would have bet the farm that was what was going to happen until, like you said, we saw the rest of it.
Yeah.
We saw the main event.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get to Raw on Netflix, but I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, I smell a rat. This is not cool. Like, literally. But I mean, listen, we are not in the age of McMahon anymore.
Right.
The definition of a swerve is not what it used to be. And we'll get there later in SmackDown about a swerve not being what it used to be. But it was good, man. I don't know really how to articulate this, but when you guys say this bloodline story is over, it's not, because it's connected to so many other things.
Exactly. It's not over, guys.
Yeah,
just because Roman got his Ula Fala back, it doesn't mean that it's over.
Yeah, he got it back. Now the entire world is wondering what's next. What's next for Roman? What is Solo going to do? Remember, Solo said if he got that Ula Fala from him, everyone in that blue, I'm trying to get away with it.
That ain't
it. Everyone in that new bloodline was going to have to acknowledge Roman. So he said, even him.
Yeah.
Even I will acknowledge him if he could take this from me. But it's good shit, pal.
Our producer hit the button for you, actually.
Oh.
But yeah, good shit, pal. I don't know if I should read that on air or not. You guys can just look at the show. Oh man, I too like to. Okay, I won't finish that. But yeah. Well, the core issue of the Bloodstream is crazy. Bloodstream is crazy. Is done. The core issue of the Bloodstream is done. So the core issue was the Ulafala.
I really hope
I
not.
think he's trying to say that like Solo being tribal chief and everything like that was the core issue of the bloodline.
But there's so many different directions this can go. Like, you know, Jacob Fatu turning on Solo because Jacob doesn't want to sit there and acknowledge Roman. You know, I don't know. I could come up with 100 things if I sat there and thought about it of which direction this could go. But the fact that you can sit there and think of 100 things of which the direction it could go means it's nowhere near over.
Yeah, exactly. Solo. All right. I just had to do that. First one, 2025. Nah, when Reigns yelled Solo like that, oh my god! And you know Solo wasn't expecting it. Like, I don't understand. Why does he keep Solo? And you just see Solo like the fuck. Yeah, what's up? Like, you know, like
Hey, what?
Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong?
What?
Oh man, I don't give a damn about the tribal chief. Yeah. Bro, so many great moments, bro. All right. But anyway, we can spend a whole show talking about that. But anyway, okay, yeah, good stuff there. DIY versus the Machine Guns. For the tag team titles, it ended in a no contest when Yes Boy Pretty Deadly. And who else was out there? And Los Garza.
Yeah,
they got involved. We're gonna do a fatal 4-way. It looks like for the tag team titles. That's what it looks like. We're getting to. DIY are still champions because it ended in a.
Hey, who's the fourth team? Oh, and herein lies your problem.
Oh, go ahead.
Why are the Street Profits nowhere in this story? They're the ones that got attacked and got pushed out of the title match, which afforded DIY the chance to contend for the championships and eventually win them. So why are they not in this story?
Unless we do no, because they're doing another ladder match with Cody and Kevin. I was gonna say just do a ladder match and have all the teams in there. I don't know. That's a great question. They could always beat a team to win, a spot in the Fatal 4-Way. It looks like we're gonna do a Fatal 4-Way, so like Street Profits could, or they could attack a team.
Street Profits haven't even been on TV.
Yeah. It's a shame.
How is this a thing? Not so much. Forget it being a shame. You were in the storyline. Yeah. You got attacked, and now all of a sudden you didn't get Chad Gabled. So, like, are you just like, how do you all of a sudden fall off the map like that?
Chad Gabled is crazy. Gabled is crazy.
You didn't have a bullet wound in the side of your head. You just got jumped from behind in the backstage area.
Right. Yeah.
How you all of a sudden just fall off the map in that story? And for Pretty Deadly, I'm sorry.
Yes, boy.
No, boy. They've no business. DIY, I get. Okay, they're the champs. Motor City, I get. They were the champs and they were beat.
Right.
Los Garzas, I get that because, okay, maybe I don't get it because why? They haven't won a match since 2019. But I mean, give me Street Profits, give me DIY, and give me Motor City. That's what the whole story should be revolved around.
We know why Urban Revenue hasn't been. We know who Butterfly Knife is now. Hasn't been around, but every time I mention that, y'all defended the E. Calling it the E in 2025 is diabolical, but I hear what you're saying.
I'm sorry. Please refresh.
Yeah. Refresh our memories on that. So, Ray asked, "Is V your producer?" V is an executive producer of the show, but he's not the only producer here. Shout out to King V.
Yes.
All right. Well, while Butterfly Knife is clarifying, we're gonna keep going. Nia Jax versus Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship. Nia had Candice and Naomi had Bianca. So they alluded to the fact that Tiffany hadn't been seen all night.
Mm-hmm.
Angle alert. Angle alert. Has anybody seen Tiffany? Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. So before we get there, Naomi and Nia had a really good match. Great false finishes. Real intensity. I mean, he
Could
might
be.
be. Yeah, exactly.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was here too, but he rushed back upstairs.
All right. Well, shout the nephew. Controlling the boards over there.
You'd have no room to talk. He'd just be sitting there pressing buttons. Get a word in edgewise if he was operating the board.
Well, so yeah, so Nia and Naomi had great force finishes, good intensity, everything looked good out there. One of Nia's better matches of her title run. Her and Naomi have really good chemistry together. I mean, duh. But they have really good chemistry. So the finish came when Nia, well, not Nia, Candice and Bianca started fighting. They were brawling. Tiffany comes out there, and it's Tiffy time. Initially, it doesn't make sense because she hits the referee because she says she's gonna cash in, but then she doesn't. She hits
to shove him over the car.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And she nailed Naomi with that briefcase. Like Naomi felt every last part of that briefcase. Nailed Naomi with the briefcase. Nia hit the Annihilator and retained the championship. Thought that was it. Great celebration. Yeah. She won. She's still the champion. Yay.
She's at Toronto.
Yay. Oh man. Or yay. Come on, you guys. But anyway, we love you, V. And we love Natty.
Yes, we do.
But anyway, Tiffany swerves everybody, turns on Nia, hits Nia with the briefcase. Nia's laid out, cashes in, hits the prettiest moonsault ever that she got from Daniels. That was called the best moonsault ever. Hits it, picture perfect. 1, 2, 3. Your new WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Mm-hmm. What an angle! What a SmackDown! But yes, what an angle! Done. Yeah. Knuckles, go ahead, take it away.
Perfectly done. Absolutely perfect. See, and it goes back to what you were saying, Mike. The story alert. Where's Tiffany? Nobody's seen Tiffany.
Yeah.
So you hear the music. Oh, it's time.
Yeah.
And then he helps Nia.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
It was all a part of the plan.
All a part of the plan. The shove of the referee, the way that referee went tumbling. You want to talk about real tears? The way he was just foot over shoulder, just feet in the air. I'm surprised his shoes didn't come off the way he went over there. It was so funny.
And then gets him up to cash in the briefcase. That was the same referee that she.
Same referee. It was the same referee, but no, it was so well. We would have never seen this in the McMahon era. We'd have never seen it like this.
That
for you to help then turn in the same segment. Like literally, it was so well done. Like
I
I
haven't.
was texting V and I said, I love the way they did that
I did too.
to make us think she was helping, and then it was in my opinion, it was the best segment of the night. Just the way it was done. Just the way it was done, and Tiffany is very deserving. I think she should
Worked hard.
have.
She worked hard to get to that point.
Absolutely.
What would you expect from family? They better have chemistry. That's what I was alluding to, Ray. Thank you. It's teacup time. It's crazy. Okay, so Butterfly Knife says, when I brought up that the E has been making black wrestlers either disappear or relegated to lower mid card, y'all were defending them, especially when Tripp says he only sees talent. We didn't defend that comment. We definitely did not defend Triple H saying he only sees talent. Because that was an asinine comment. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna bury him like, you know, some of my friends have. Yeah, it was definitely not reading the room at all on Triple H's part. I don't know if they've made the Street Profits disappear. Hit the button again.
Now I gotta load it up again. God, you can't
Well,
get
while
to
you're doing that, I'm
night.
gonna keep talking. Oh, thank you. I don't know if Triple H has made them disappear. I think that if they've been trying to find something for the Street Profits for the longest, and then obviously losing Bobby Lashley and that whole ordeal didn't help. I think it's just about finding something for the Street Profits that's meaningful. Because I'm one of those people that didn't want them to break up anyway. I know a lot of people wanted the Street Profits to break up and for Tez to go as a singles and become, you know, possibly a world champion as a singles. I'm not saying he's not talented. I just prefer the Street Profits to stay together. Knuckles?
Yeah, okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, brother.
Okay, so you know what? We said the same thing about the Usos, and look how that turned out.
True. That was out of desperation, though, that they went, because remember, they split up during the whole like COVID thing, like when, you know, Jimmy was out because of like an injury and legal issues, and Jay had to be like on his own for a little bit, so like that was out of like necessity, but it worked. You're right, it worked.
It absolutely worked. And I mean, no matter the circumstances or whatever, it can be done. It's been proven that it can be done. They went and took Jey Uso and turned him into a main event talent. And they gave him the Intercontinental title. I don't agree that I agree it should have been longer.
It was a prop for the Bloodline story.
Right. But still, it can be done. And Jey Uso went out and made a name for himself, and he is probably he's
top 5.
I think he's the most over. He's more over than Cody at this point. I think he's more over than Cody.
That's tough.
And nobody's dancing to Cody Rhodes' song. And nobody's singing the song out loud like they used to, word for word. They're doing the whoa part, but people are singing. People are singing Jey Uso's song word for word, and that.
To be fair, it's literally a line. It's one line. It's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos.
And that could be
line them all up, knock them down like this.
And that could be said for most of the rap in our country right now. But
wow, oh my, he's not wrong.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. I was about to say, where's the lie?
Tell
me when I'm lying.
I'm looking around at our studio audience that is just like looking at us right now. But
tell me when I'm lying.
Noble Eyes detected. Yeah. I I don't. I think it's safe to say top 3 or 4, but I hear what you're saying, Knuckles. I could see your argument for being the most over. So Ray asks, how long do you think Teacup will have the title until Charlotte beats her at WrestleMania? Next question.
Damn.
Next question.
Oh,
The Urban Revenue hasn't been seen in almost 3 weeks, and they were screwed out of the tag title shot. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
so unless they come back and find DIY or whoever in the backstage area, and it'd be like, it really don't.
Oh my, was that a? Oh my, was that what I thought?
It's exactly what it was.
Oh my.
Street profits.
Oh my. Oh my.
We pull up on you. We'll pull up on you and go get the thing.
Yeah, go get the thing. Oh man, they might have 2 things.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, oh, man. Well, family matters. All right. Do you think they'll move Teacup Time over to Netflix and Raw? Netflix and Raw is crazy.
Oh boy.
Moving Teacup Time to Netflix and Raw is crazy. 2 can exist. Okay, you can have T, and you can also have your Netflix and Raw time.
That's not what he.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's not what he meant.
Or maybe you can get some T after you Netflix and Raw.
Or you can get it at the same time.
Oh yeah. That might get a little, because you might
Sticky?
spill hot tea. You don't want to spill.
Sticky situation.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yo, our producer has said, all right, we got to stay on topic, pal. Yo, oh man, you're not sticky. It gets all right. So anyway, congratulations to Tiffany Stratton, for winning the WWE Women's Championship.
Yes,
Congratulations to her.
Yes.
All right. Solo, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga defeated Sami Zayn and the Usos, and this is what we alluded to earlier. Solo got the pin, so I knew that Solo was not going to beat Roman on the Netflix debut, just because of this match. But good match. They gave it a lot of time. They gave Jey Uso and Sammy and all of them a lot of time on their entrance. I think they might have been early. That's probably what it was. They actually had some time to spare, which is rare in WWE. Right. So that's probably what took so long, because you could see them everybody just kind of standing around awkwardly a little bit, okay, what's taking so long? They probably had a couple of extra minutes. But nonetheless, talented group of individuals in this match. So of course the match was going to be good. It was a good, solid main event, and a great way to lead into Raw on Netflix. Yeah,
absolutely. I do agree that entrance was extremely long.
Yeah.
Like they could have showed a whole episode of Friends, and the Usos and Sami Zayn would just be jumping the guardrail to get into the ring.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it was, it was what it was. It was what we expected. A good match from the 6 of them. Their chemistry, like we said earlier, their chemistry together is really, really good. So I'm really trying to get this bourbon.
Well, they only been feuding with each other for 4 years, so I would hope the chemistry is good.
Shoot, the Usos and Solo have been feuding with each other all their lives. They brothers.
Yeah. So, SmackDown will get a near fall for me. They was cooking on this show, as the kids say.
Yes.
So, near fall for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a near fall as well.
All right. Okay. We've made it to Raw on Netflix. This is what everybody was waiting for. This is what everybody wants to talk about. So, we're here. So first off, did you like the look of the show before any promos, before any matches? They went with a smaller stage.
Smart.
I agree. And the building looked full. Like anybody knows that new arena in LA, that is a beautiful looking building. Brand new. It's where the Clippers play. Say again.
It's awkward to me. Like
Really?
it just looks like it slopes down too much. Like if you yell and scream and get excited too much and take one false step, you're going to be in the front row. You really didn't want to be. You're gonna.
I like it.
Making your way downtown, stumbling fast.
Making my way downtown, stumbling fast.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. It was just.
I'm in the ring now. Oh man.
Speaking to paramedics, and I want you. And
Yeah.
I need you.
Oh man. Yeah.
I like the aesthetics about it. It
Yeah.
made me think of a big boxing match fight field type situation, like an MGM Showtime boxing match. It reminded me of Tyson versus
That guy.
Paul,
Yeah.
the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that. The drone they had flying around. Great camera work, like seeing the drone fly from outside, then come inside, and then go in the swoop. It was good, and they told us beforehand that there was going to be some production changes.
Yeah.
You were going to see some different things that we're going to try, and I thought it was really good. The smaller stage allows you to put more people in the building. That is smart. You don't have to block off a whole side of the arena. That is smart. So maybe sellouts will actually be sellouts. That is smart. That's not a slight. I mean, that's not a jab, but I'm saying, is it really sold out? Like, well, I can't remember which one it was. Oh, back in the day, 90s, WrestleMania 10.
Okay. Madison Square Garden.
At the Garden. They had that little 10 in that little slot.
I missed that. I missed that. Yes.
Let's go. The Rumble, 2000, when John Cena was number 30.
2008.
They had
just that
little thing where John Cena walked out. Other than that, every seat in the building was up for grabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had when you said you sold out the building, you really sold out the building.
Yeah.
So I think from an economic standpoint, it's really smart. I'll be at Raw in February.
Nice.
At the Spectrum Center. So I will literally be able to stay.
So if you guys are in that area, Knuckles is doing meet and greets. So make sure you guys check him out.
I am, and nephew will be with me. So
oh wow, okay.
Nephew's signing stuff. I'm signing stuff.
2 for the price of 1.
Nephew will kiss your babies.
Oh my. Oh my. Okay.
He's on.
Wow. Breaking news here.
He's start him off early.
Yeah. There you go. Now you start. All right.
Let's get him. I'll be at the concessions.
I'm thinking about going to the Raw at Madison Square Garden in March, so we'll see if that actually happens.
God, yo, that is gonna slap because it's right before WrestleMania.
Yeah. All right.
I wish I could go, dude. I wish I could go. This is the only time in life that I will envy you.
And when I win the prediction championship at the end of the year, but that's later. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, as we get closer to December. But anyway, all right. The Rock came out there. Triple H opened the show, but The Rock came out there. Out of character. Very out of character. It's it wasn't what I was expecting from The Rock. I thought he would be in full final boss mode. But he wasn't. He was just Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And he put over Cody, he put over Roman, he was all rainbows and butterflies. Put over the Netflix executives. He was babyface Rock if you ever seen him. I didn't mind it, but this wasn't what I expected. Like, it's like we took a break from the storylines to, break in WWE Raw on Netflix. I don't know. I mean, this could all be a swerve to lead up to what we will get in the future with The Rock, but I thought it was weird. My mom-in-law in the chat. Yes, rainbows and butterflies.
Hey, Mrs. Leaks, how are you?
Yes, how are you doing, Mom?
Look at you, Mom. Look at you.
Good to see you. Oh wow, our live studio audience just why are we doing a tournament for the championship again instead of putting the title on the line?
It's not a tournament. It's like a season. It's like the NBA has seasons. NHL has seasons. It's a season. We could turn. Oh,
yes, we appreciate you staying up late with us. This is the best late night wrestling show around.
Yeah, it is.
Pete Rosado personally told us that we are the best. Let me make sure I'm at the camera here. We are the best late night wrestling podcast around. You can go ask Pete Rosado. We are wrestling. Okay. Just want to make sure I got that out there. So Ray says SmackDown gets a 2 count from him. Okay, well, I thought it slapped.
Well, 1 count.
Yeah, at least he didn't give it a 1 count because it would be incorrect to say the least. So yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. There you go. Oh wow. Knuckles, how did you feel about Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming out to open the show there? Because it wasn't the final boss. That was Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh. Okay. I've got
a comment here, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
So Ray says, I don't think it's a swerve. I just think WWE dropped the ball. Or better yet, the fans dropped the ball demanding foolishness instead of something epic.
All right. God, I gotta get on my soapbox now.
So our producers is throwing like tomatoes at The Rock. I
gotta get on my
soapbox with every last one of our producers.
You're about to disagree with me too. So here we go, ladies.
Well, you are a producer, so yeah, I disagree with you already. But go ahead.
Here we go. Hey man, this was the most unnecessary part of the show. Listen, we understand you're the TKO guy. You're the Endeavor guy. Yeah, you own half the company or whatever your stance is.
The final boss.
The final boss. Bro, we get it. There's no need for Triple H to come out there, give us his spiel. I would have preferred that. And then you have to double back and come behind him? For what? Like, Triple H has pumped up the crowd. We are ready for action. After that, you should have just gave us Solo and Roman. Yet you had to bring your monkey ass out there and make it about you. For what? For what? And then you came out there and you were talking a bunch of jargon and nonsense. And I gotta steal your gimmick here. And I can't do church music for this. So sitting there sucking the freaking owners and all that other stuff, we really didn't need it. You brought that stupid belt out there again that you brought from Costco's or Walmart or wherever store you got it from.
The final
Like,
boss.
The final boss. I hope it's the final time you come out there and bore us to death with one of your stupid, unnecessary promos.
No, it wasn't the last time because he had an even more unnecessary promo on NXT the next night.
Again, making a fool out of himself. 75% of his promo was this.
That was on NXT, yes. On Raw, they did not bleep.
Yeah,
him.
on NXT. I'm so happy you guys are here. This is what I saw on my television. Go ahead and solo me again so I can show you what I saw.
I got you with the Sokoa right now.
Yeah, Sokoa me right here. This is what I saw. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that it is so important that you guys are here. And yeah, but you know, I got 6 minutes and 22 seconds left. I gotta hurry up and make this up. You know, WWE doesn't operate and it doesn't live without you. Yeah, and you know what? That's right. I see you in the. That was his promo.
It was. They did put the uncensored version on.
We had Julia win the women's title.
She did. I guess we're talking about NXT right now. Yes.
Oh, just real quick.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Win the women's title. We had Obafemi win the men's title.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Okay, relax.
But yo, but your dumbass got to come out there and talk for 10 minutes. Why?
Yeah.
On, the glory days of know your role and shut your mouth are over, bro. You are an executive. Do not be the Jerry Jones of the WWE. We know who you are.
Yeah, the final boss.
Sit back and enjoy the ride that the fans are allowing you to take.
Yeah.
Because like you said, without us, y'all ain't nothing. So sit your goofy down and enjoy the ride we are allowing you to ride on.
Wow. So Ray says, to be honest, both shows were ruined by his presence. I don't think
I
they were
agree.
ruined. I agree.
And
guys,
there,
are we gonna act like The Rock isn't like one of the biggest stars ever? Like ever.
Was one of the biggest stars.
Literally is one of the biggest stars ever. Still to this day.
Okay. He's one of the biggest stars. Okay, preference. But do I need to see you talk for 10 minutes every time you come on the show? No. John Cena is allowed to talk for 15 minutes because we see him every 6 months.
If that.
And this is his last ride. This is his last go round. After this is going to be it. Yeah. So if he gets a 10-minute promo, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But you missed me with that, bro. I'm sorry. And
why does The Rock not get to do that though? I'm like, it's a serious question.
First of all, it looks like an abusive stroke. Just because of your position, you think you can do whatever you want. You already got turned on by the fans once, Rock, when you sat there and tried to take Cody's spot, and they Daniel Bryan jazz and was like, no, we ain't having that shit. And you put Cody right back in that goddamn main event, didn't you? You sure did. Come on, man. Rock. I love you, bro.
I just don't understand where the
bro. The Rock is the Jerry Jones of the WWE right now. If you know anything about football and the Dallas Cowboys story, the boys suck. Why? Because he's pulling all the strings and got everything to say when nobody really don't give a about what he got to say at all.
So V just sent me a text. Actually, he's watching. Shout out to King V, wherever he is in Nova Scotia or something like that. V actually said that it's self-serving and it's not good.
It is. I agree.
Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. Maybe it's just my personal bias.
Mike, make it make sense to me. If Triple H comes out there and says, Welcome to Raw on Netflix. Oh, are you ready? This, that, and the other. Hypes up the fans. Fans are ready. We are ready for the first. We've been waiting ever since you announced Raw on Netflix. We've been waiting. So you hype us up. The pyro goes off. Dernier burns him to death. I don't know why he didn't get out the ring with the pyro in the ring with him.
Yeah.
And then you got to double back and talk more? Dude, that is a vibe and a mood killer. Hype us up. Give us a match. And seeing what the first match was,
it was the lead-in for that. But it was the lead-in for literally his family to come out and have a match.
He mentioned that match for 30 seconds of an 8-minute speech.
Right. I think you guys are looking at it from a hardcore wrestling fan perspective, but a casual fan, oh my God, The Rock is in the ring. Like it's, and I had somebody actually in my other career. I do DJing and I'm into audio and everything like that. I literally was talking to somebody earlier today because we was recording for the showcase, which is available every Friday on my social media platform on Instagram. So check that out. And he does not watch wrestling, right? He turns on to Netflix. He's like, oh wait, The Rock's in the ring. Oh, I'm watching. He watched the whole Rock promo and did not watch. Basically, he watched a little bit of the Roman match and then kind of like turned away. But the point is, him seeing The Rock made him stay there. You guys got to understand that whether you guys want to acknowledge it or not, see what I did there? The Rock is still a major star. Like he's not a C-list celebrity. The Rock is an A-list celebrity still to this day.
I agree.
But to question why The Rock was out there right at the beginning of the show, right after Triple H, that's why. Because this wasn't a show for us. This was a show for the casual people that don't know anything about WWE or haven't watched in years, and they're trying to show what the WWE is at this point. So Go ahead.
You know what would have canceled this whole conversation? If Triple H would have been out there and The Rock came out there while he was at him. The fact that they did 2 separate speeches, that's a waste of time. Now, if The Rock would have went out there the way he did, like Stone Cold and that other guy at that WrestleMania, the way they did the little spiel and the Superdome, that thing, that was entertaining. I can appreciate that. But the fact that you had to come behind Triple H, who already set the precedent of the show, and the energy was high, it was unnecessary. It's preaching behind the preacher for all you churchgoers out there. You don't preach behind the preacher.
I hear what you're saying. I respect your point. I just, disagree, but I respect your point. The thing is, if you're going to cut a 10-minute promo, make it meaningful. John came out there to announce he was in the Royal Rumble or will be in the Royal Rumble. The Rock came out there and confused me because I'm like, is he against or with Roman? Then to make it worse, after The Rock acknowledged Roman, the commentary team announced The Rock is the High Chief. So now what's the purpose of The Rock versus Roman match? Good points, Ray. Good questions, good points. Like I said, it was confusing. I think that they did this whole thing with The Rock out of character. I think if The Rock was in Final Boss character, it would have made more sense. But I understand why they did it like they did it, because they're anticipating all of these new fans tuning in to Netflix, right? So they did very little to progress storylines. They kind of wrapped up a few storylines that they had going already in order to get to the next point, but they didn't really progress stories. And I think that was a disadvantage, but I understand it because I'm looking at it from a casual wrestling perspective. They cared about Rock being there. They cared about Rhea Ripley. They cared about all of the top guys, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. There was complaints about it being only 4 matches on the show from hardcore fans. I didn't see not one casual fan mention the fact that it was only 4 matches. Why? Because in between, you did get Taker. we'll talk about Hogan, right? But briefly. But that went haywire. But they did try to give you Hogan. You got Cena. You got all of the stars in the audience. You got that. That's what they was trying to present to. You got Jey Uso with Travis Scott, right? Travis is smoking a blunt on Netflix. That's crazy that he got away with smoking a blunt
every day.
Yeah, on Netflix. I was like, yeah.
We all we ain't on cable anymore.
But
We're
anyway,
not in anymore, Kansas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But anyway, I understand The Rock opening up the show. I can understand people being upset that The Rock opened up the show and didn't really say much. And as far as Ray says, what's the point of the Roman Rock match? That's a great point. I think they did a lot to hurt whatever they had built up between Rock and Roman. Because what was the whole point of Rock coming out at the end of Survivor Series and do the you? Like, what's the point of that now when you just literally put over Cody and Roman?
You're making a lot of my points for me right now, man.
I am, because I am a rational person, so I understand what you guys are saying. It's just I think that there needs to be more here. If this is where it ends, that's why when everybody's saying the Bloodline story is over, I don't think so.
But I think the big elephant in the room is the position he's in. He's in a position of power. If he was just a regular legend, I don't think we'd be having this conversation. If he was in the position Taker's in, who has no real stock in the company, he's just a legend. Like, he came out there, did his lap, did his pose with Rhea, which is going to be a picture. It's going to be a click that's going to go on for years to come.
Oh yeah,
and then he got up out of there.
Yeah, he didn't take too much time.
He didn't take too much time at all. Came out there, did his lap, said fist bump Rhea, did the little thing, and got up out of there. That's fine. But because of the position Rock is in, is being an executive, like V said in the chat, it's very self-serving.
Yeah. All right.
That's my only problem. I think that's the basis of my only problem. It's because of the position you're in, you think you can just do what you want. Like, we could have done that. But okay, you may be able to, but that doesn't mean it's best for your product.
And obviously, Rock is not making like real decisions. Like, if we're being honest here, it's not like The Rock is writing the weekly show or anything like that. Like, yes, he's in a position of power, but he is not. I know he calls himself the final boss, but he really isn't. Like, he's on the board, but he's not. You can't blame or credit The Rock for.
So whose idea was it for him to come out, hug Cody, send Cody to the back, and then have to stare down with Roman on SmackDown? That was his idea.
That was Rock. Yeah, I'm sure. That was Rock. But I'm saying he's not writing the weekly television show. I'm sure he has a lot to do with his own storyline.
Okay, I understand that, but you almost tragically changed the trajectory of a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
And if the fans would have let it, bruh.
Yeah.
That overbooked WrestleMania match was amazing. And it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
All right. So speaking of overbooking things, we had Tribal Combat following the Rock segment. And just because I said it's overbooked doesn't mean I'm saying it's bad. Let's make that perfectly clear. We love Bloodline overbooked matches. Like, we love that. It's just, it is what it is. And this one was right up there. Solo and Reigns had a really good Tribal Combat match. You had all of the bells and whistles that you would expect. The fans in LA shouted profanities at Solo, which we love, and it wasn't censored. We love that. So yeah, V texted us and said not we. So I guess he doesn't like the overbooking of the Bloodline matches, but I do. I love this. You got Kevin Owens involved.
That was a good.
It was
I
really
like
good.
that. I like that. I
Yeah.
didn't expect Kevin Owens to come in, but once again, everything ties in because
You got the Tongans involved. Jacob Fatu, Sami Zayn, and Jimmy Uso came out there. Kevin Owens came out there, which led to Cody coming out there, which led to the finish. Sorry, just had to get that out there. Yeah.
But holding that up for a while. Got you. But no, I mean, this was, tribal combat match. Expect overbooking. We saw it at WrestleMania night 2. And
we did.
That in the IWC is still being talked about.
Out of the Rock's ring. All right, I'm sorry.
Get your monkey ass out of the Rock's picture. So
did you just combine two different?
So, but no, it was highly overbooked.
Yeah,
and going down. Jesus Christ, why? Oh my God!
Oh, Big Pop, yeah.
Listen, honestly,
nephew. Nephew in the building, everybody.
He's hitting his leg like leg slap, Professor. And I'm like, Mike, would you stop doing that, please? And like, you're not moving. I'm like, what is that noise? And then I turn around and he's standing right behind me. Hold on, okay, there we go.
There he is. Yeah. All right.
I'll let you in because you've
been working out. Look at this guy. Wow. He's working out. He's
not been eating Wheaties. He's been eating Weekies.
Oh man, he's doing his push-ups. I see it. All right. Shout out to nephew, of course. Always.
Yes. The other producer of the show.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, what was I saying before I got halfway scared to death? He really did scare me. Dude, go back. Was it the New Year's show? No, it was the week before the New Year's show when we had Lala on. Yeah. He snuck up on me again and nobody said anything. He scared me. I elbowed the crap out of him.
Like, oh my.
No, he didn't take a bone. He was like,
oh, he no-sold it. He no-sold it.
I guess you could say he no-sold it. Oh man. Because you're here. Okay. There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
I'll give you the school. Jeremy, you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
What's going on, nephew?
This is very sensual.
Yeah. Oh my. This is a PG show now.
Hi.
You sound like Snuffle up against hi.
Oh no. 1. Oh, all right. I was getting ready to start counting them. I'm saying, like,
can you hear?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Nephew, welcome to Go for the Pin. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, there you go.
Even though it's not even New Year's.
Yes, happy. Oh, okay. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year.
You okay?
Well, I was gonna start counting again.
Get your hand off my. I'm in the ropes. You good?
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to warn you again. I'm gonna start counting. You get disqualified.
Bye.
Bye, nephew. Good seeing you.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Right.
That was nephew, everybody. Big Pop. I was getting ready to disqualify him. I'm telling you, I had your back.
Man, I appreciate it.
That joke, I was like 1, 2.
Listen, get up off me.
He's gonna tell me I had to 5, referee. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, tell you, 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5.
Oh wow. If V's on nephew's side, just letting you know that. All right. The fix is in. I'm just letting you know that.
Whatever.
All right, let's keep going.
You guys are haters.
I was counting for you.
You see when you play WWE video games how aggressive that rope break is, right? Rope break. I mean, get up off me.
So V said, I didn't screw DJ Knuckles. No, keep it straight.
Y'all are so asinine tonight. Y'all
I
too
didn't
much.
screw. Said King V didn't screw DJ Knuckles.
Right.
DJ Knuckles screwed DJ Knuckles because Knuckles didn't want to do business the right way.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We'll do it for him.
it's
All right, moving on.
crying. Please move on. Please move
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Anybody that got those old, outdated references, congratulations to you. All right.
10 points.
So Solo loses. Okay, Roman gets his Ulafala, not to confuse with the Umafala back. And Roman is now announced as the only tribal chief.
Yes.
Shade, but yes.
Hmm.
So where you asked this question earlier, where does the Bloodline 2.0 go from here?
We don't know.
So Ray asks, can we ask V why he's not a part of the show tonight? He is a part of the show in more ways than you know, Ray.
Yes. Absolutely.
He's always a part of the show.
Yes, that's correct. Where do we go? We don't know. And that's why we tune in.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, in a perfect world, if Solo would have won, then we kind of would have known the direction. Solo would have taken over. He probably would have forced Paul Heyman to join him.
Yeah.
We probably would have seen a down bad Roman Reigns for the first time.
Which is interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting because we've always been so used to seeing Roman Reigns on top, confident, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Yeah. And for us to have a down bad Roman Reigns, that would be something very different and very out of the ordinary for what we've seen. Mm-hmm. But now that Roman has won and he's gotten the Ulafala back, we don't know. What is Solo going to acknowledge him like he said he was going to? Will Jacob Fatu follow suit, or will he go rogue and do something crazy?
Rogue is crazy.
Yeah, we don't know, and that's why we watch.
Yeah. Why isn't V seen between you and Knuckles? Knuckles?
I don't know.
He is. He's right there. Don't you see?
Yeah.
He's right there. Yeah. Do.
Okay, so full transparency, without going into other details, life happens, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay.
But just know V is watching.
Yes.
V is behind the scenes right now. So where you think he might not be, he is right there. So
oh yeah.
And we are throwing all love and support out to V right now, along with, I'm sure, everybody in the comments and everybody that is watching. So V will be back.
Yeah. All right. We mentioned Cena already. He came out to announce that he'll be in the Royal Rumble, which we all kind of suspected. Does Cena win the Royal Rumble? And we're not doing predictions really right now, but I guess early, just based on what we saw on Netflix. And yeah, just to add to your point, Knuckles, V will speak on this on his own time.
Yes.
You know, so stay tuned. But yeah, should Cena win? I'm not even gonna say does he. Should Cena win the Royal Rumble this year?
Yes.
Okay. Cena wins the Royal Rumble and challenges who? And does CM Punk get the main event WrestleMania finally? Because that's always been his thing also. Because if Cena's main eventing one night, you'd have to figure that Punk is main eventing the other night. But I'm sure we'll get to Punk.
Okay, so here's the thing. And Ray just makes a good point. I think Cena wins the world title, but not the Rumble. So that means his only other option would be Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So he's got to win one of the two. And like
Yeah.
he said in his promo, he's got a lottery ticket. He can win the Rumble, he can win Elimination Chamber, he can win Money in the Bank. You know, those are really
I don't
his
think it'll be
only.
Money in the Bank.
I don't think it should be Money in the Bank either. I
Yeah.
think one person should hold Money in the Bank this year, and I think we've obviously gone over that multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoes of a champion.
Did you see Roman shoes on Raw, by the way?
Dope as fuck, bro.
Fire. But yeah.
I think he auctioned them off like for the children's hospital or something like that.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah, I think he did something like that. He said something about that in the post show thing. But
Okay.
but no, if Cena doesn't win the Rumble, okay, here's the thing. Now, I'm gonna go back to the post show. Now, Wade Barrett said he would see it as like one of those guys that was like, okay, he wants to start at number 1. And Wade Barrett said the only way he could see him winning the Rumble is if he came in at 25 or later. And that's legitimate. Like I can see if Cena came in at 20 between 25 and 30, then okay, this is a possibility. But if he comes in at 8,
he wanted at 30 one year, right? And then he also wanted, I can't remember what he wanted at the other one. Cena's won 2 Royal Rumbles.
Yeah, when the first one when he faced JBL at 22.
Oh, when they did the
one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong as hell. Rey Mysterio won the Rumble that year. And they changed it to a triple threat.
And
between
Randy and Kurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I do remember that.
So Cena just got that title shot through, I guess, rivalry or whatever.
Yeah.
For number 1 contenders, whatever. I don't know. I think him winning the Elimination Chamber would take too much of a toll on his body.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he were to win the Rumble, there's certain spots in the Rumble where you can take a respite.
Yeah, and he doesn't
chill.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really, let's be honest, John Cena's not 24 anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's got to be a situation where he can put this over, and yet still stay healthy. Because there's no point if you get hurt, then this farewell tour is going to come to an end way quicker than you expected it to.
Yeah, true.
I think all of this has to go into play to where it's believable, yet we can take care of him. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So Ray says, do you think Money in the Bank will be 2 nights
No.
in 2026? I don't think it should be, but Money in the Bank is looked at as one of those like top shows. So I don't think it should be though. No, I don't think Money in the Bank should be 2 nights.
I'm still under the premonition that Money in the Bank should be a WrestleMania event.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the concept of Money in the Bank being its own show. And that's one of the only like themed pay-per-views that I actually enjoy without, with the exception of Royal Rumble, and I don't even like Elimination Chamber being named Elimination Chamber, but that's just me. Cena did win the Rumble twice. I just don't know which other year. We're live. You know what? I'm sure our producer can find out. So one of them, there's like 28 of them. So I'm sure one of the producers can find out.
You said the year that he came out 30, right?
Yes, that was 08, but I don't remember the other year that Cena won.
Was it 2003?
No, that was Brock, I think. I think Brock won either 2003 or 2004. I think it was 2003 because 2004, that was the Garden and that was Brock and Goldberg. So it had to be 03 where he faced Kurt Angle at 19. Thank you to our lovely producer. 2013 is when Cena won the Royal Rumble. So it was 08 and 2013.
Good God.
Ray, you're about a day late and $1 short, but thank you for finding out that information as well. Ray also said 08 and 2013. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Cena should win the Royal Rumble, but it would be a good way to like fast track him into a main event. That's pretty much my synopsis of that whole thing. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Women's World Championship. Liv tried everything. Okay. Yes. Dominic getting involved. Raquel getting involved. To no avail. Steel chair Oblivion. Didn't work.
Right.
Mommy eventually blew a kiss to Liv into her title. Knock it off. Sorry. Knock it off, Knuckles. Into her title reign and gave her 2 riptides and pinned her, mommy style, of course, on top. And my and mommy is once again the world champion. Great match between these two.
Yeah.
Liv was a great champion. I mean, she did what needed to be done. Some big wins. She got a win over Becky Lynch. She got wins over Rhea Ripley. She's gotten wins over Io Sky. Like she had a solid. She got a win over Nia Jax. The what was it? The gimmick, the crown gimmick that she won. What?
Yeah.
Crown Jewel champion or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Gimmick Schnavitz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Crown Jewel gimmick Schnavitz. I guess she left her Fernum over there.
Okay.
I don't know if she's gonna get her Fernum back. She left it in Saudi Arabia. But anyway. Rhea Ripley, hit the button again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I said. Thank you. Rhea winning. Thumbs down. On Raisin here.
Yeah, what would you rather have, Ray? Would you rather have her keep the championship? And because we are seeing the demise of the Judgment Day. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be a part of the story.
Yeah, I mean, it was time. Stevie Wonder, who we love, could see that Rhea was going to win.
My God.
At Netflix there.
Or let V hear you say that.
Oh, we love Stevie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even he could see that Rhea was going to win. All right. But anyway. Love you, V. All right. So then after the match, we already talked about it. Our producers are having a blast over in the green room. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, yeah. So mommy posed with the American Badass Undertaker, who came out to Kid Rock. Is there a reason they can't use Roland? Like, did Limp Bizkit sue them or something?
I think it's just because I think it's because of the American Badass thing.
Yeah, but he was coming out the Roland when he was American.
Roland? I mean, let's be honest. Roland was the better song.
It was, and also it makes sense. He's coming out on a motorcycle. Keep rolling. Like,
I mean,
am I missing something?
I don't know. I don't think you are.
They did sue. Okay, our producer is on point. They did.
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit, yeah. I guess Fred Durst and
really?
Limp Bizkit, I guess they sued over. So they sued over Roland. Was they not like paid properly? Which I guess would make sense. But I'm getting information as we're live on there. Yeah, WWE no longer has the rights to Roland. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you. Thank you to our esteemed producer. That was the executive producer.
Yeah, they no longer have the licensing rights.
I'm not going to give credit to the other 27 producers that we have. I'm going to give credit to the executive producer. King V was on point with that one, everybody. So, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. All right. Ray says, I would rather Liv hold the title until WrestleMania 41 and lose the championship to a new rival. It just makes sense that Rhea got back the championship she never lost.
Right. There it is. Ta-da. There it is.
There it is. All right.
Yep.
Let's keep going. Let's see what else we had here. Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. We mentioned that. We did mention that. Travis Scott accompanied Jey Uso to the ring. Blunt hand. Okay.
Weed every day.
Weed every day. All day. All right. So
he got a pop when his song started. I was like, for real?
Yeah. Yeah. Fiend went crazy.
Nice
Fiend. Copyrights. But I can't. Yeah. But yeah, it went crazy. Apparently he's the new Raw intro theme.
Yes.
Okay. That's dope. I mean,
I don't know why. No, that's SmackDown.
Oh, the Meg theme. I like the Megan theme.
I like the Megan
theme for SmackDown. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. But yeah. Huge pop. Jey Uso got. Drew McIntyre got booed, but he's supposed to. And they had a solid match. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this. I think the right person won with Jay going over here on the Netflix special.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was like, wait, is something happening here? But yeah, I enjoyed this. The crucifix finish, pin finish. I thought that was cool. And Drew will complain about this, I'm sure. Go ahead, Knuckles.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Drew McIntyre, and not only do I lose pay-per-view title matches, but I lose streaming service debut matches as well.
LOL, Drew loses. LOL. Oh man.
I'm like, God.
Oh man. LOL, Drew loses is crazy.
You are undefeated on USA, but boy, let Netflix come around.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Drew, we was thinking you're gonna lose another match. But this time it'll be on Netflix.
Every big match he's had, dude, it's like, God,
I know.
You cannot let this man win one big marquee match. Raw and SmackDown on cable? Oh yeah, bro. You can win all you want, but bro, I'm telling you, when this Netflix streaming service, yeah, you gonna take the L. You gonna do the JOB on the
on the Netflix, not even on the PPV.
JOB on the Netflix.
With a PLE.
Oh, yeah, get your quick fix on Netflix. Lost. That's so funny to me. God, I done made my head hurt.
Can Drew rebound from this? Like, I mean, it's like match after, but Knuckles, it's match after match. It's big match after big match.
But you know what? He's gonna win 6 matches after this, and nobody's gonna remember.
They'll remember. This was the Netflix debut. They'll remember.
Anybody ain't me. Because I'm the one that came on here posting how he was like 0-13 or 1-13 in pay-per-view championship matches.
Yeah.
That's because I love to hate Drew McIntyre. But I mean,
because he's good, man. Drew is
good at what he does. Yes.
Yeah.
Drew is amazing at what he does.
Like, we're having fun here, but Drew McIntyre is really, really good. Like,
absolutely.
Don't take our fun and try to discredit Drew McIntyre. He is a solid professional wrestler. Like, one of the best performers they have in the business.
He gets it.
He does. Yes. Inside the ring and outside the ring.
Fair.
But LOL, Drew loses. A couple of cameos that I appreciated. I popped huge for Macaulay Culkin. Okay, aka
so
Kevin
did everybody
Alistair.
else. And so did everybody else. I said,
yo, I went crazy because anybody that knows me, they know that Home Alone is one of my favorite movies ever. Like ever. The first two. We don't acknowledge the other ones. But the first two are my favorite movies ever. So to see Kevin on WWE, Netflix,
Everybody went crazy,
he
dude.
went
Like,
insane.
he got a pop. He got a pop.
Yeah, he did. But you know who else did?
Oh boy.
Topanga. Yes, he did. Yeah,
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Didn't even hit the bomb, but now so yeah, that's gonna get me.
Yeah.
To the show.
Mhm.
Wow, and she still looks amazing.
she
She looks just like Topanga
she did.
did. Like,
And guess what? Here's the bad thing. Eric
I
was
know.
sitting right next to her,
Yup.
and then they didn't say nothing about.
Yep. It's crazy because
I was like, yo,
wait, is
isn't
that
that
Eric
Eric?
Matthews? Yeah,
I was like, isn't that Eric Matthews sitting right next to her? Like,
Yeah.
he was in the show too. Like,
yeah. Yo,
They ain't
Pat
nothing
going
about that.
Topanga. By the way, it was good to hear. I know people who have their opinions of Pat, but it was good to hear Pat and Cole together on the Netflix special. Those
Yes.
two just worked amazingly well together.
Amazing,
Pat and Cole are awesome together. But hearing Pat go Topanga was awesome. I needed that. I needed Topanga.
Yes.
She actually did. She being Topanga. Actually did this backstage segment with pronouns. With the New Day. And that was good because Kofi and Woods were trying to talk to Topanga, and Topanga's listening, and she's just like, "Man, New Day sucks," and just kind of walks off. Yeah, and Kofi was like, "Even Topanga? Topanga?" Yeah, good stuff. Really, really good stuff. It was some backstage segment. It wasn't on the show. This was like something just for social media, but it was really good. I enjoyed that. That was dope. I mean, I know we're spending a lot of time on Topanga, but yeah. Knuckles, don't even. I set you up, but don't even go there. Oh boy. Oh my. Would you look at that? Oh my. Wow.
He's talking about, would you look at that?
Oh man.
I'm just saying, hey.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see you. You see me. I know. Yes, boy. All right. I think Drew is going to lose to the point where there's nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go but up, and that's when he's gonna have his 2020 comeback for real. Has he lost too much goodwill with the audience at this point that we say LOL? Drew McIntyre is who we're talking about.
Okay, define goodwill. You just have a goal, Desmond?
What was I gonna say? Oh, all right, goodwill, yes. I feel like once you lost, you've lost that element of the audience actually believing in you. And we've said that plenty of times before, that like when a talent loses too many matches, Knuckles. When a talent loses too many matches, sometimes it's hard to invest in a talent. So if they try to like do this 2020 comeback, it's going to be tough because Drew is looked at as a loser. He lost to CM Punk inside Hell in a Cell. He's now lost to Jey Uso. He's lost every big pay-per-view match that he's had. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's going to be tough for the fans to invest in him. That's what I mean by like goodwill with the audience. Like, it's going to be tough. Butterfly Knife says Drew is the guy that is talented as fuck, plays into his character of always complaining, and even takes it everywhere. Drew's the shit. Yeah, I agree. Wait until the beat drops, Cole. But He was yeeting all over himself. I was a little concerned. I'm like, is this still a PG show? All right. The kid Macaulay Culkin. His brother Karrion is a recent award winner, and WWE didn't even show him any love. Huh. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Jay had to sneak in his win, not the same. I said that it was I know Drew's gonna complain about it because it was like a fluke win. I said that at the beginning of the show.
But for somebody as strong as McIntyre, sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with Gunther and Cody. With the callback of Brett
The
and
sleeper rolling back. Yeah.
Sometimes when somebody's just that dominant, you just got to find a way to win, and he found a way to win. So sometimes it's got to go down like that, just so you won't hurt Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Okay. And shout out to Cole. Always shout out to Michael Cole. But he did a really good job of catching like first time or newer viewers up on storylines. I know some people complained about, they're like treating us like children, explaining everything. Again, you guys have to understand there are millions of new viewers on Monday Night Raw that have not been watching the product in years. WWE is amazing at catching fans up on a product that haven't watched in a long time. And I know that people that watch every week, it's a little redundant, but they need to do this. They cannot assume that everybody watching watched last week. I've missed a couple of Raws, right? I've missed a couple of Raws prior to Netflix. I'm one of those people that appreciate them reminding me of storylines.
Right.
Sorry, life happens. Like, I can't worry about fictitious storylines. That was kicking my ass. Fictitious storylines when I'm not watching. Yeah, fictitious was beating me the fuck up. I was getting jumped
your mouth to pieces. Like some Captain Crunch cereal.
Oh man! All right,
like some Captain Crunch cereal, tearing up the roof of your mouth.
I have my water now. It's okay. I'm gonna drink my water as soon as I'm done with this. All right. Wait. Oh my goodness gracious. Sir, I was Netflixing and Raw way before it got to Netflix. All right. Anyway. All right. Anyway. All right. So, yeah. Let's get to the main event. It was CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Oh my.
This was 10 years in the making. Okay. If not more, it might have been more. Right? When was the Shield debut?
2014.
2014. So yeah, over 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did not disappoint.
No, they didn't.
This match was fire. I'm not even gonna lie. This match was fire. Great intensity. Whatever type of heat that Rollins and Punk have, like behind the scenes, they were able to use that and fuel it for the match. I mean, that was something. Both talents hit each other's finish on each other. Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was really good. I think the right person went over here. I think if you're gonna build Punk to be a WrestleMania main eventer, which is the goal, that was what it was supposed to be last year, but he got hurt. I think that this was the right move. Hold on. Ray says, nah, the casual fans can do themselves a favor and watch the previous episodes. We don't need the redundancy. That's you. Again, you don't need the redundancy. I do. I'm not going to go back and watch a 3-hour Raw, that I missed. I'm just not going to. If I missed it, it's like, all right, whatever, I missed it. I'm not going to go back and watch it. I might watch certain segments, but I'm not going to sit there and watch a 3-hour Raw back that I missed. Not going to happen. Right. So, yes, Please show me in like Cliff Note form of what happened.
Cliff Note form.
Yeah. Do they even still do Cliff Notes now? Now everything is AI, right? So they probably don't even do
Yes.
that. They copied the Phil Brooks, John Moxley ending. Yeah, nice recreation. I agree. What was
that all in or was that all out?
No, this was I think it was when yeah, you might be right. It might have been all out. No, he wasn't there for all out. All in. Well, he was there, but that's when he got into that fight with Jack Perry.
Was that year or was the year before that?
I can't remember. It's 1:15 Eastern time. I can't remember. That was all out. Okay, it was all out. Okay. Raw won't be 3 hours if you fast forward. I'm not doing that, Ray. I'm not doing that.
Ray, that's fair.
It is fair. It is fair, but I actually prefer the Hulu version where they make it an hour and a half. Thank you very much. All Out 2021. Yeah, this was good. Right person. What was that, Knuckles?
I said you're probably not going to get that anymore.
That's a fact. Anything on this match?
Yeah, it was great. Now give me the Monday Night Messiah again, please. I would definitely appreciate that.
You want to heel Seth Rollins?
Yeah, let's just go full blown heel Seth Rollins at this point. No need to chase after titles. You are on. Ooh. Give me. Make Seth Rollins what Adam Page was to Swerve Strickland. Give me that Seth Rollins, and I am invested.
Do we get Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ?
I would love.
I would too.
I can't confirm, neither deny. Because guess what? If AJ comes back, that immediately makes them baby faces.
Of course.
But I don't want that.
I just don't think that April wants to wrestle. And I've said that on the show a bunch of times now. I just don't think April wants to wrestle. But I would love that. So V texted us and said SummerSlam. Again, I would love that if you guys can convince April to wrestle.
Right.
Because there's nothing wrong with like she already said she could take bumps, she can wrestle. It's just she doesn't want to wrestle. So I don't know. So Ray asks, so you want walking clown emoji Seth Rollins?
No, I do not want. First of all, walking clown emoji is crazy. No, but I want the intensity. I want the burn your childhood house down, Seth Rollins.
You want him to start taking people's eye out again?
Yeah. Oh yes. I want. Wait.
That was no, because we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. But no, I want. Give me.
Malachi Black's eyes still hasn't changed back. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, that's enough. No, give me a edgier Seth Rollins. I think the time for the flamboyant clothes and all of that stuff that's run its course, in my opinion. Like, give me a serious Seth Rollins character. That's like down, because literally go back to Survivor Series 2 years ago. Go back to the interview. He just did an interview with CVV. He had no idea. We love Chris Van Vliet here. He had no idea Punk was coming back. And he was mad about it for multiple reasons. Not only because of the fact that he took his ball and ran and then tried to run down the company, but he wasn't in favor of it happening because it was also Randy Orton's return. So there was, and he felt like it overshadowed just because it was in Chicago and it was all about it. Just go watch the interview. But there are a lot of ill will feelings in Seth Rollins right now towards CM Punk, and you can make a killing off of this if you play it right. Give me a very aggressive, very mean, very upset, very diabolical, very sadistic Seth Rollins.
Just not taking people's eye out.
Yeah, we'll probably never see that again, but give me a very cerebral Seth Rollins and it will work.
To be fair, that was during COVID. They was trying to come up with something.
Yeah.
Like an eye for an eye match. Come on now. Oh, huge pop.
Hey,
Crystal's
that's the homie right there. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. We go back almost 20 years.
Oh,
I think more than 20 years. Yes, absolutely. I love Crystal. She's so cool.
Welcome.
And she's gorgeous too.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you, Crystal. All right.
We'll talk later, Crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, so Seth Rollins, CM Punk, that was the I'm sure we're gonna get more from Rollins and Punk. This is not the end. It didn't look like the end at all. I feel like we're gonna get another match. And we'll see what happens here. But I didn't feel like this was the end of Rollins Punk at all. I think Rollins' real beef with Punk was when Punk criticized Rollins' championship reign on that Fox wrestling show.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that he can double back and go back to and bring it up in storyline, and it would make a killing.
Yeah. All right. So Raw's debut on Netflix. What are we giving this Raw? Again, 4 matches. I understand why it was only 4 matches in 3 hours. This was a casual wrestling show, guys. This was not for us. Basically, everybody that watches this show is considered a hardcore wrestling fan, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be watching the show. What do we give Raw on Netflix? V, who is watching the show, gives the show a 2 count. For reasons.
Reasons.
All right, I can't. I'm not even gonna try at 1:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh no, my whole head would fall off. My throat would collapse. Pause.
What do you give the show? I give it an airfall. I thought this was a really good debut for Raw on Netflix.
Despite the buffoonery and debauchery in the beginning
of the final boss. Look at your boy, Rama Rhodes. I'm sorry. All right, that's it. I'm done.
That man said, "Tell Mama Rose I said hello." I was like, how dare you?
I know.
Like Eddie Murphy. How dare you?
The final boss.
Right. I'm
What's
giving
clear, Rock?
No. Yeah. Just because the TV show's over, you think this is gonna stop? Yeah.
And then he hits him again. Yo, Cody screw. Oh man.
No, but seriously, okay. Here we go.
I
give it a 3 count. I loved it.
Whoa, there it is.
I loved it. I loved for a debut on a new network or streaming service. I think it was everything. I'm not gonna say everything we expected, but you really can't come out the gate with everything on your first time on a streaming service. You really have to test the waters. You have to kind of toe the line a little bit, see what you can get away with. Now, I'm thinking a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, then, they might be ramping this up a little bit. But for your first time on Netflix, and thank God it wasn't buffering, credit to Netflix for fixing whatever problem. That boxing match was horrific.
Well,
with
there
the-
also wasn't 100 million people watching Raw like there was the
I could
Tyson
believe
fight.
that. I could believe that, but still, all in all, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
I don't know what it would have made it a 3 count for me. I mean, near fall is still, and I'm talking about one of those Sokola near falls that he had with Roman on the Netflix one, like one of them, like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, like literally, like you know what I'm saying? That hand was coming down.
Like his pinky hit the mat, and then he pulled it back up. Like
right, yeah,
I get
it's like
it.
one of those for me. I don't know what would have made it maybe a little bit better, like just to give it that edge. No Adam Copeland. I don't know, but yeah, I'm sticking with a near fall. Okay, Knuckles, I'm gonna let you read this.
Oh my God.
I went right past that guy for a reason, but yeah, go ahead.
Which one? Where we looking at?
It's in a private chat actually.
Oh,
That was
okay.
exclusive to us. Read this,
exclusive.
please. So we're gonna read
this, please. All right. Now WWE, okay, so I got people watching WWE, well, if you wanted to give someone a beer deal, Stone Cold was right there.
Stone Cold.
You bring out Hogan and his inbred
yeah,
uneducated cousin politics, and drag along Jimmy Hart looking like a circumcised skin pulled all the way back. His past, his present, his future, his bloodline, and we hope you join the
oh my God.
all right.
Just end it there. Just end it there. All right. So butterfly knife is it a 2 count?
My God.
Woo. Okay, hold on. Raw was a good show, but The Rock promo and the cancellation of the women's IC title match. They canceled the IC title match? I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was scheduled to happen.
I thought it was always going to be on the SmackDown afterwards.
No, it's
IC title
Raw
match
next week. Yeah, the IC title match. Lyra and Dakota Kai. I didn't know that was scheduled for.
It was like advertised for Raw on Netflix.
I didn't see
it. Was always advertised for the week after.
Yeah. Butterfly knife with a 2 count and 2 count from Ray. Okay. We briefly talked.
It was advertised, but
okay. So our producer is telling us that it was advertised.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that.
All right. Yeah, Hogan did make an appearance.
Yeah, he did. It sounded like this. Massive amounts of boos.
The crowd knew the assignment and they passed with flying covers. So
yeah, I mean that was LA. Oh,
color.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
So shout out to Los Angeles crowd.
Yeah, shout out to LA. Apparently, Kofi mentioned Drake and got himself booed.
Like he didn't get himself shot.
That was amazing. Nah, that was amazing. That is amazing. You want to get heat? That's how you do it. Mention Drake in LA. And also said that Drake won the beef.
So which we know was not the truth.
It's not true. And I'm a Drake fan, but that's not true. It was originally scheduled for Raw on Netflix, and then they moved it. And yeah, Hogan was a waste of time too. Yeah, well, let me tell you something, brother. We're good on Hogan. Okay?
What gonna boo?
Yeah.
That's The Rock again. See, here we go. What you gonna boo?
Oh man. And then we pass it to Hogan. And then you remember, hey Chico, Razor Ramon.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Oh man. You saw that son bitch up nicely. And then you can pass it to Hogan. And Hogan.
You know what you can do with Hogan. Good God.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right. So we mentioned NXT already. Waste of time promo from The Rock, and I am a Rock fan, but that was a waste of time. Obafemi, the new
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
We talked about it already.
Whoa. So the NXT one was a waste of time, but the
Yes.
Raw on Netflix one wasn't?
No. The Raw on Netflix one was to get the eyes onto Netflix. It was a new streaming platform. They've been on the CW.
Oh my God. How? Oh.
I just
Okay.
mentioned how.
Mike, I'm gonna let you have it, but
Thank you. Anyway, Obafemi won the NXT championship, defeating Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe in a triple threat. Oba actually attacked Eddie Thorpe before the match.
Good.
Yeah, I mean,
He shouldn't have even been in that story in the first place. Sorry.
Mike, I think we're all done with you for the night. No, you're not. Okay. And as long as my face is on that logo, you guys are not done with me for the night. All right. Sorry, not sorry. All right. Anyway. Yeah, congratulations to Obafemi. And also Julia is the new NXT Women's Champion. Right move. It looks like Roxy's gonna be coming up. Royal Rumble's right around the corner. So
Yep.
you know, that's the right move. I'm not mad at that at all.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. Make it happen.
Yeah. NXT gets a near fall for me. I thought it was a good show. I did like, so here's what I liked. I liked the interaction with Rock and Ava backstage with Ethan Page. I thought that was good. Ethan
was
Page
decent.
got the proverbial rub from
Not-
The Rock.
Not rub.
V also gives NXT a near fall.
Yeah.
And I guess we should briefly cover AEW. I got to watch it since it's on Max.
We were having such a good time.
Well, you know, we can continue that. So the show opened with Will Ospreay and Buddy Matthews. That was a solid match to open the show.
Full transparency.
You didn't watch it.
I was at basketball practice. I didn't watch
okay.
it.
All right.
I caught like the tail end of the main event.
You think Pop Rocks is gonna take a mid-card title? Pop Rocks is crazy. Yes. Once she gets to the main roster, strap a rocket to her, put a title on her. NXT is a near fall for me. Okay. I enjoyed the Will Ospreay. I'll make this quick because it is getting late here on the East Coast. I enjoyed the opening contest with Ospreay and Matthews. Again, I mean, Ospreay does not miss, and Buddy Matthews is extremely talented. So yep. The commentary team was Daddy Magic and Excalibur and Ian Riccaboni, I believe. Because Tony Schiavone was on assignment for the evening, whatever that means. I remember when they used to send Cole
during assignment.
He was on assignment.
No, you got in trouble for that during Money Mark comment.
Did he?
Yes.
What was the comment?
He was talking about TK, dude, being a Money Mark, bro.
Oh my.
Yeah, man. When he was on Wrestle Dynasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my.
Yeah, Tony said it don't work for me. It don't work for me, brother.
I bet. Oh man. Ospreay accidentally called Buddy Murphy after the match, but then he quickly said Matthews. He said, Buddy Murphy is Matthews is an incredible talent. Easy mistake. Bobby Lashley versus Mark Briscoe. I mean, this was just an enhancement match for Lashley, unfortunately, because Mark Briscoe is extremely talented, but this is to set up the Hurt Syndicate versus Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy for the titles. So they're trying to get the Hurt Syndicate some wins. So Lashley got the win over Mark Briscoe here. And I'm sure Lashley and Benjamin are going to beat Private Party to win those titles. It's going to happen. There was a funny part in the match where Briscoe caught Lashley with a steel chair under the ring, and it drove MVP crazy because he's like, why isn't Posey disqualifying Mark Briscoe? Which, yeah, it's true. I mean, he probably should have been disqualified, but and Lashley looked strong. He kicked out of a froggy bow at 1. You know, your typical AEW kick out at 1, brother. Any
Brother.
segment with we hurt people is great. That's crazy. And then it was a casino like battle royal. That's one of AEW specials also. So I'm gonna say to people in here really quickly, this was for a opportunity at John Moxley next week for the World Championship that we have not seen in 3 months. All right.
Yeah.
In the order of entry, Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, that little shit Willa Yuta, Ricochet,
Wow.
Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, Powerhouse Hobbs,
Yeah.
Roderick Strong, Lance Archer, Kyle O'Reilly, and you guessed it, Slapnuts himself, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. Hey, how did his
Order entry is crazy. It's wild. What were you gonna say?
No, I was thinking about Jeff Jarrett.
That's a great song, bro.
Doom, doom, doom. It is.
It is. It really is. It's been a great song for 20 years.
Fair.
Well, Mark Briscoe hitting Lashley with the chair wasn't seen by the ref, so that's why it wasn't a disqualification, I guess. I thought he saw it. So Hobbs won this match. Basically. This was a good match. It had a lot of the top AEW talent in it, which is rare because a lot of times with these gauntlet matches, you don't see, you know, the top wrestlers in it. You see like mid-card to upper mid-card guys, but like I said, Jay White, Adam Page, you know, Ricochet, who's been getting crazy heat as a heel. And Jeff Jarrett never actually made it in the match because who took him out? Somebody took him out. Or try to take him out and distract him. I can't see who it is now. I'm trying to read this fast, but somebody distracted Jeff Jarrett. And they fought to the back. But obviously it wasn't that much of a fight because Jeff Jarrett was out. Jeff Jarrett was out later to cut a promo because, you know, Jeff Jarrett's on his retirement tour as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Jarrett's retiring this year. So does Jeff Jarrett win the world title before he retires, Knuckles?
Absolutely not.
I think he gets a world title match, but I don't think he
gets
wins
the match, but he doesn't win it. MJF ain't gonna let that happen.
Well, so Jarrett came out for his promo, and MJF was out there after and basically was condescendingly trying to help Jarrett. Jarrett didn't want the help. Basically said, you know, MJF is a prick and walked off.
I mean,
that was pretty much, huh?
I mean, he wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. He's no lies detected there. After the gauntlet match, though, Renee Paquette interviewed Hobbs, and this was a funny line. And Renee's great at these like face shoes when people are talking about Moxley.
Yes,
because Hobbs gave Moxley credit for bringing him into AEW, which is true. And he said, "Yeah, I give Moxley credit for that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, next week, I'm gonna make John Moxley my bitch. And looked right at Renee when he said it, and you saw Renee's face like you could tell you could tell she was upset, but she's great at that.
You
I
son of
remember,
a-
I remember in WWE one time with Samoa Joe, was
Mhm.
talking about
Miz did it too.
Miz did it too. You're right, but I remember the Moxley, not the Moxley, when the Samoa Joe one when he was talking about Moxley or Dean Ambrose, and he asked Renee something about, yeah, you would know something about that, right, Renee, or something like that, and Renee just had this face like, yeah, she's great at that. You remember when she stuck her hand in for the shield palm, like the shield pound, and they all just kind of looked at. She's like, no, okay, all right, cool. You know, Renee's great. Renee's great. And JoJo was doing some ring announcing.
Yes, she was.
Or Collision, was it this past week?
I
I
believe
think it was
so.
for Collision. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and
If
yeah.
JoJo's getting back into ring announcing like full time, that'd be
great.
That is awesome. I want her home. I want her back at WWE, but I'll take her at AEW. If that's what she wants to do with her career, that's amazing. Yes, right, exactly. I think Jeff Jarrett is gonna win the world title before he retires. I think TK has way too much for certain wrestlers. So Ray thinks that Jeff Jarrett's gonna win the world title before he retires.
Way too much what?
I guess way too much. I'm trying to find a word. I know what he's saying. Like,
way too much respect. Way too much what?
Markness,
Okay,
I guess, for lack of a better word.
He just said it. Way too much respect.
Okay, I was gonna use Mark, but
Oh
all right.
my.
All right. Oh my goodness gracious! Our producers are all arguing with each other, and it's hilarious. Okay. What you guys don't see. Okay. Let's keep going here. The Death Riders lay out Adam Copeland. Hobbs makes the save. Because they're going with this Moxley Edge match, so we'll see. But I'm sure that's after the Hobbs and Moxley match. That was decent. It was a decent segment. I'm gonna keep going here. Okay, so this was for the number one spot. This next match was for the number one spot in the women's Casino Gauntlet match. It was Willow Nightingale, love her, versus Chris Statlander versus Toni Storm, who it continues to be amazing at what she does. Toni Storm is having like this identity crisis. She doesn't remember that she is a former 3-time world champion and all this other stuff. So she's a rookie. She's a young upstart in her mind again.
Right.
Just great stuff, man. This is just great stuff. So entertaining. And if you look at the social media stuff that she does, where she's like going backstage and, hey, can you watch my match? Yeah, hey, like a younger wrestler would do. Like, hey, I was just wondering, could you give me some advice for, my match later? Like, it's just great stuff.
It's
And
great.
she's like, oh, I remember they taught me this on the Indies. You got to thank everybody, and you have to like just give a handshake to everybody. Just great stuff. Great stuff from Toni.
Absolutely.
Toni took the pin.
Yeah,
Chris Statlander wins again.
I don't agree with that.
Statlander wins again.
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't either. But whatever. It just means that Chris Statlander is going to be the number one, entrant, I believe, next week.
Did Willow ever get a shot at the AEW Women's World Title, or was it just a TBS title?
That's a great question. I feel like she has, though, but obviously she didn't win it. But I feel like she has. Maybe our producers can double check that while we're live here.
Just
It
say
makes it so much easier to have producers while we're live.
yes.
Oh
Fact
man.
checking producers.
So our producer says yes.
Okay.
They can confirm that Willow has had a AEW Women's Championship opportunity.
In her current like, or when she like first became like All Elite, like has it been within the last 6 months?
Probably not, because she was competing for the TBS title for the last 6 months.
Right, exactly. So
She was TBS champion, and then she lost it to Mercedes, and so she's been TBS. She's been competing for the TBS title for like a year.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out when she had this shot and who did she face?
It wasn't when Tony was champion.
No.
So then, yeah, no, she probably hasn't. She probably hasn't in a while. Our producers are gonna look into this. She either faced Tony or Mariah, and when I tell you that our producer is amazing, especially when it comes to women's matches,
yes,
they will get us the info that we need. Ray says he wants to be a producer. I can make beats. All right. You have your people call our people, and we'll talk about it. All right. We have about 1,800 people, so you have to contact the right one. It's very important. All right. Let's keep going while our producer looks that up.
Cannot be completed as dialed message.
The same number we gave Abe.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
And that other guy.
Yeah, he's not important.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
There it is. There it is. All right. So the ending segment was Kenny Omega comes out, basically says he's nothing without the fans and that this is his life, that he wants to wrestle. Big babyface pop, big babyface promo, and Don Callis came out there. Kenny actually got his hands on Don Callis for like maybe 10 seconds before Brian Cage and the rest of the Callis family came out there to beat up Kenny Omega. Will Ospreay surprisingly made the save, and there was a stare down, and that was the end of Dynamite. It was Mariah, our producer says. I don't need to look into the link that the producer sent because I believe him. Yeah, I mean, it was a good ending segment. I think Kenny had a post-match. He didn't wrestle. A post-show segment.
So yeah, he
I didn't see it
after they went off the air.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I can't comment on that. But the show, from what I saw, it was a 2 count. It wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't a great show. It was a 2 count show.
It's going to take a lot for me to go above 2 count. I'm not even going to hold you. It's going to take a lot they're going to have to do a lot for me to go near fall or 3 count. And they're just really giving me 2 count shows right now.
Well, the pay-per-view was good. The pay-per-view was a near fall, but
yeah, your pay-per-views are always supposed to supersede your shows.
They should theoretically.
Yeah. But I want your shows to at least come close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. And speaking of shows, yeah, go ahead, Knuckles.
No, I'm just saying that was just me.
Well, speaking of shows, this is the end of this show.
Yeah.
Just for tonight, of course. Not the end
of the show.
It's been
real. Yeah. It's been real.
Had to make sure I clarified. I was like, oh, go for the pin is ending. No, we're not ending. We have amazing things to come. You guys know our social media. I'm not even gonna give it. I'm not King V. I cannot do it like he does it. Nobody. Nope. So I'll just end it by saying this. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Ray says I haven't watched all of AEW, but I'll give it a 2 count as well. All right. We appreciate everybody that tunes in, all of our new viewers for the evening. We appreciate you guys. All of the viewers that watch every single week. We appreciate you guys. If you download the show after you listen to the podcast version, we appreciate you guys. Mikey Q, for DJ Knuckles. For King V.
One more thing, Mike. One more thing.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Hold on, let me stop this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio guys, stop it. Okay. A lot is going on. We got viewers everywhere. Ray, C Thoughts, who wasn't here today, a lot of other people, a lot of stuff going on the West Coast. Anybody else who watches this show, we want you guys to be safe. You guys are definitely in our prayers. Be very, very careful. Be mindful of what's going on. Do your due diligence to protect yourself and your families and your friends. Here on the East Coast, we got a lot going on. There is an extreme winter storm coming this way and north, and the country's going crazy right now. So I just want to set this aside before we go off the air to just tell everybody, just be careful, just be prayerful, get your stuff together. That's all I'm gonna say, is just get your stuff together. We're going into a brand new administration. I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, let's not.
Get your house in order, get your stuff together, because things is moving in ways we've never seen it move before. So we love you guys, and if we didn't tell you that, we wouldn't love you. So we just want everybody to be careful on the West Coast. Prayers at the West Coast, prayers to New Orleans, prayers to anywhere that got anything going on. We trying to look out for our people. So, you guys just do your thing. 7 days from tonight, Mike, we do it all over again.
That's right. Like I said, for myself, for DJ Knuckles, for King V. Good night, everybody.